We built a $5 million business with a partner. Never ran ads till a year ago with that same formula. Value content to a DM, to a call, to a close. It's legit a 7-figure formula.
When you have someone that is not a 7-figure earner, but an 8-figure earner, you don't want to just ask for a photo. That's the cheapest thing you can get. You want to ask a quality question that is a key to unlock your future.
A lot of times we always ask, what does it cost to be in something? We got to start asking ourselves, what does it cost if it don't? Normally the things that are inconvenient, normally the things that are the hardest things to do, normally the things that make me the most nervous, normally the things that makes me afraid, those are the things you should be doing. If it is easy, I want no part of easy.
Get value out of that.
I mean, I really gave them, I'm going to be honest, it got a little motivation mixed in there, but it's legit a 7-figure formula.
Yeah.
With you, a virtual assistant, and one salesperson. It's all you need. Like, I know you build out this, I know you got different frameworks, but that is a simplified system. You, the content person, a virtual assistant doing everything you need them to do, and a salesperson closing them.
Did y'all write down that formula?
We built a $5 million business with a partner. Never ran ads till a year ago with that same formula. Value content to a DM, to a call, to a close.
Are y'all listening to this?
That's all we did. We didn't do nothing else. That's it. We didn't have a Facebook pixel, a Facebook ad. We didn't have a funnel, bro. It was.
So you feel like people are overcomplicating it?
We overcomplicate everything, bro. That's why wasn't 100% of the hands up in the room when I asked that question? Who got it done? And I know some of us got tech issues. That's me. Like, I just don't know how to do it. That's fine. But the cool thing about being in rooms and being in environments, the person next to you going to help you figure it out.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't get lost when you got people next to you who on the same mindset and man. Telling y'all, man, it's the right one. And it's staying close to the campfire so you don't get cold. The reason why I do whatever I take to invest in the mob or whatever people are investing in, because I want to stay close to the campfire.
Yeah.
I want to get as much information as I can from the coach. When I start analyzing that every professional player got a coach, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, and Phil and Kobe all share Phil Jackson. It's a reason why that. And here's the thing. Sometimes your coach are going to tell you things that are counterintuitive. It won't make sense for you, but do it anyway. Like, they had Shaq doing yoga.
Yeah.
He probably, why am I doing yoga?
Yeah.
I don't know how many championships Shaq got, but I know he got at least 3 of them.
What, he got 4?
Yeah, he got a lot of them.
We've got to pause right there because I'm in the giving mood. I decided to offer you a free gift, absolutely free. Now, I tell you all the time about turning your ideas into online income, but how am I going to tell you to do something and not provide the resource for it? There's so many questions that people have online about what should I post? How do I get my engagement up? How do I get people to click the link in my bio, buy from me? What should I sell? Whether it's an ebook, an online course, how much should I charge? How do I launch? How do I do a webinar? You see what I'm saying? So I decided to create a free training and give it to you that you can utilize to learn how to literally take the services that you do or the ideas you have and build a successful online company. Go to www.monetizewithmarcus.com. My gift to you. You're welcome.
Here's what I wanted to do, bro.
Yep.
Number one, how many people in the room already knew who Nehemiah Davis was, heard of him? Everybody's hand is up.
That's a few.
Everybody's hand is up. I said this to him, and he gets uncomfortable when I talk this way. I was like, bro, you my guy. Like, we've known each other for coming up on a decade.
Yeah.
But I was like, but I get you're a big deal.
No, not.
See how he does? He feels uncomfortable. I was like, I get you a big deal. I'm going to speak to, I got 3 questions, that's it, that I want to ask
I'm here for you, my brother.
Here's why I want to ask those 3 questions. I'm asking questions on behalf of the room. When you have someone that is not a 7-figure earner, but an 8-figure earner, I'm going to say this again, an 8-figure earner, you don't want to just ask for a photo. That's the cheapest thing you can get. You want to ask a quality question that is a key to unlock your future.
That's good.
Make
Don't
sense?
let that go over your head.
Yeah, you don't want. I'll say this quick story. I had the opportunity to work on Beyonce's Formation tour. I was over her corporate sponsorships, that kind of stuff. And I would find, she was very generous with her time, all of her dancers, she was like, hey, you got any family here I need to meet? And I watched her humility where she would introduce herself to each person. Hey, how you doing? I'm Beyonce. And I'm like, they know who you are.
Yeah.
Here's my point. It was a girl who was standing there antsy, couldn't wait until she came back. And she was like, I'm a dancer. I want to do exactly what she's doing. Beyonce comes and like, hey, how you doing? Can I answer any questions for you? She's like, can I take a picture? Now, you want to do what she's doing, and the only thing you left with is a picture.
Wow.
That's when I realized, I was like, I'll never do that again. That's the cheapest thing you can get. And busy people, you don't get both. You either get a photo or a question answered. You don't get both. So I said, I've got to make sure that we make time, that we ask the questions
100%.
from an 8-figure earner, what does it take to get there? But before I say that, I want you to know who you're listening to. This is my brother. The quality of the person that he is, he's supposed to be in Bali right now.
I'll be there on Monday.
He's already supposed to be in Bali. He was like, bro, I can't make it. I was like, man, I can't do the event without you being there. He was like, I said, I got to call in that one favor. I done spoken a bunch of your stuff. I need that one favor.
Yep.
He said, man, I'm going to be in Bali. Me and the family, we going away for a few months. Listen to this, a few months. You're a different kind of rich.
No,
a few months, whole family. Y'all don't realize what first class flights for the whole family. He got a whole camp. The boy got 4-5 kids.
Some of them was going to be in coach. But I get what you're saying.
But guess what he said? He hit me back and said, you know what, bro? I paid the bread and it's just money.
Yeah.
I'll push it back.
Yeah.
I'll leave next week. I can't miss your event.
Facts. Yeah. Yeah. And just to say, y'all, that's the importance of relational capital. It's more important. He can't pay me to do this. Like, I can't take no money from him. You know, like, this is legit my bro. So it's like, that's why. But those are created in these rooms.
Yes. We met at a conference.
Yeah. Literally, some of my best friends, our closest friends, our business partners are all at everyone. Y'all see the Circle CEOs? I met Marcus at BYOB conference with Andrew. I met Jason at Grant Cardone conference. I met Alex at ET conference in Philly. I met Justin via Maddie J at a conference. I met Marcus at George conference, Think Big or something years ago. And I'm like, the relationships, like, a lot of times we always ask, what does it cost to be in something? We got to start asking ourselves, what does it cost if it don't? It would have cost this relationship for me. It would have cost me becoming a better speaker because I probably wouldn't have had a speaking coach. So the things that I do in speaking now might have took another 3 to 4 years trying to figure it out on my own. So every time it's a time for me to make investments, Marcus, I never ask, what does it cost? What does it cost if I don't? So that's important. So I understood I need to be here because I might have gave a word that just may help somebody. If I can impact one life in here, I did my job. So I had to be there because I know every now and again, Ed Milet says this. He says every now and again, you got one person, they call them the one, every now and again, that comes around and decides that they're going to do whatever it takes for this generation to win. Meaning I'm the person that makes sure my family's good, the next generation to win. And when I think about this room, I feel like everybody in here is the one. Is everybody here the one? Yes. So, you know, I had to be here. And hopefully they take this information that you're giving and just really go crazy with it.
I don't think we understand how much you get paid to do this.
Yeah.
I don't know if he said it. He'll be the only person other than Russell Brunson speaking twice for ClickFunnels conference.
Yeah. Crazy.
Clap it up. Clap it up.
And it's crazy that I went in that room and I saw it. Like, I literally saw these people getting awards. I promise you, all you ever got to do for me, if I see you black and you did it, it is up. I only ever need one example with everything that I do, y'all. Black man got a Lamborghini? All right, bet. Give me a year, 2 years, however long. Black person got a business, like, that come from where I come from, all I ever got to do is see it once. And one of my guys, I don't know if you guys know Alex Hermosi, one of my buddies. So he got this award for like $50 million or something. Didn't know him. I sent it to him a year later when I built the relationship up with him. And I said, and it was like, bro, why you take this? Because one, I was excited for you, but I see myself getting that. So I tell people all the time, like, you should be excited when you see other people winning. It's funny, like, when I see people do award ceremonies at events, you're leaving out of the room. No, you should need to be in there relishing that because that's going to be you next year. I went from watching people get the awards to me getting awards and now speaking twice on the stage where Russell texted me now for advice. Like, bro, how do we run this play and that? I'm like, huh? But it's because I was willing to give everything I got, and I was willing to, what are you willing to give up in order to go up? Sometimes for some of y'all, that temporary thing you got to give up is money. Like sometimes some of us got to give up time. Sometimes we got to give up convenience. I tell people all the time, like, it's this concept that I came up with, Marcus, is success is not convenient. I went to the ClickFunnels conference to get my first award 4 days after I had my baby. And one, my wife is down with whatever. My wife never say you work too much, don't go here. She's with all of that, right? But what I say all that to say is y'all gotta be willing to do things that coming to Atlanta for some of y'all was inconvenient. You need to do it anyway. Normally the things that are inconvenient, normally the things are the hardest things to do. Normally the things that make me the most nervous, normally the things that makes me afraid, those are the things you should be doing. If it is easy, I want no part of easy. Think about it, y'all. You got to really think about our grandparents and them. They didn't know entrepreneurship existed. To me, what is hard is retiring at 65 and then having to go get 2 or 3 more jobs.
Wow.
That's hard. What's easy for me, what's hard right for some of y'all right now is investing in yourself, doing everything it takes right now, but life will be a lot easier later. So you got to choose your hard. I want to do everything right now that's hard so life can be easy later. I don't want to do everything that's easy now so life can be hard later. It hurts my heart when I go in the grocery store and I see somebody 80 bagging groceries. It does something to me. Now, again, we can't fault them because they didn't know this world existed. But now that we know, y'all can't unsee that you can make $1 million in a year, in a month, or in a day. You can't unsee it. You can't unsee that you can change your entire family life in a year if you devote everything to it. Some of us are going to do it and some of us are not. Like, I decided that I'm going to be the person that's going to choose the hard route every single time. Every time, Marcus. Yeah. Every decision that's difficult, that's the one that I say yes to. Because I know what it's going to give me. Yeah. Every time.
When he speaks about this million in a day, it's not in theory. We talking to someone. You're talking about humble, but a silent assassin. Man, this guy crazy. He don't like compliments. I think all of us are toxic that way. $5 million in a day.
That's weird.
You should quit working for free. How did social media hire all of us to be their workforce? We're on the app posting videos, going live, creating reels. We do not get paid when we create content on social media. They do, by selling our content to advertisers. But how do you actually build an online business using social media? I want to break it down for you and give you access to it. There's 5 simple steps. I'll tell it to you in a few seconds. Step number 1 is client attraction. I'm going to show you how to actually attract clients that will happily pay you what you're offering. Step number 2, how to capture them. How do you get their emails? How do you get their phone numbers? How do you get them to show up to your event? Be on your Zoom calls. To what I refer to as client dating. It's where you nurture a relationship with people to get them to say yes to whatever you're offering. And I'm even going to show you what type of content to create that gives you brand visibility and brand recognition. I call it social media secrets. You get access wherever you're watching this video. You'll see it in the description and you'll see it beneath this. Let's get back to the episode.
I'm going to say it one more time. $5 million in a day.
That's crazy.
And then pulled a Meek Mill. Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished. Then turned around and had another couple $1 million in a day in the same month.
So no, it was $1 million in a day and another $1 million in a day in a month, and then there was a $5 million later. Just so I want to make sure no, because I don't want to get it. You know, they say you capping the sun. I want to be clear on that.
But we talking about 3-4 different occasions.
10 now.
$10 million days. Clap it up.
And a lot of them are also for my partners. So it's like, guys, once you get the information, you got it forever. That's the thing, is like the compound that you get on information, applied information, changes the game. And the biggest thing, Marcus, I think, which is important in this room for people to say, everybody say no scoreboard watching. A lot of you are going to go make your 6 figures, your 7 figures, and you're going to settle and be okay with that. There's nothing wrong. Like, I got just an ambition in me that says, as soon as I hit the target, I'm like, what's the next target? And what happened to me, Marcus, you were there. We started Circle of Greatness. I went from $8,000 a month, $9,000. When I first discovered continuity in digital, I'm like, wait, what? This world exists? My last job, I made $1,500 a month, working 60 hours a week, full time. So what was I saying?
You was talking about when you discovered when we started doing the communities, the
Oh
continuity.
yeah, so I went to $8,000, $9,000, $10,000, $11,000, $12,000, and y'all, if you haven't done it yet, I'm letting you know, when you make $10,000 a month, you're gonna feel rich, and you're gonna be like, I'm up, like you gonna make the most in your family, like so you gonna start feeling yourself. Trust me, we all are gonna go there, or we've been there. But I stopped doing everything that got me there, Marcus. So I went from 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So I said, God, if you ever get me back, I will never take my foot off the gas.
Woo.
And I just never took my foot. It's been 6 years. I just have not took my foot off the gas in that amount of time, because I know what it felt like to get it, but I don't like how I feel not to be able to do it. So, and the other thing I want y'all to know is this, y'all. I've been a full-time entrepreneur for 15 years. The first 7 years, I was in the wrong business. When I think about it, I think about Russell Brunson, who's a mentor and a coach of mine, who does at least $100 million annually a year. But he started when I started, Marcus. But the difference between when he started and I started, he had a coach who coached him on the right things. I didn't have nobody to tell me about digital. I didn't have nobody to tell me about online money. For the first 7 years in my business, I'm working a fruit truck. I'm selling crabs. Like, there ain't nothing wrong with none of those things, but I had the same opportunities that he had, but I didn't have no mentor, I had no coach. So for 7 years of my life, I was trying a whole bunch of things, and I'm grateful to God because I developed a work ethic and a grunt in me, and I came from nothing. I don't want to go back there, but I'm like, man, what if I had what he had? So I feel like you're creating that for people in this room. Like, you're giving people, like, you remember how we started.
Yeah.
Man, I don't want nobody had to do you tell me I can get a head start?
Yeah.
Changes the game.
Can we clap it up for my brother, my friend, Nehemiah Davis?